go further in depth on that issue. Former New York City Police Commissioner Bernard Kerik, he is Skyping in this morning. Mr. Kerik, also former interim minister of Interior of Iraq, as well as a former senior policy advisor to the U.S. presidential envoy there in Iraq. Bernie, it is so good to have you on America's Forum. And let's begin with what General Breedlove had to say about stopping ISIS and other groups from being able to round up recruits, to have moderate Muslim voices speaking out against their actions. Is that uppermost in your mind?
Well, I think it is. We've talked about this before, JT. Primarily the social media campaign that ISIS or ISIL or any of these other groups are committed to. That's their method of reaching thousands of people. Some, committed to the jihad. Some just want to jump on the bandwagon and, go do total insane stuff. The reality is the way they're reaching these kids, especially these younger kids, are through social media. And they have an enormous reach. It's global. We've seen an enormous recruitment campaign by ISIS and ISIL around the world. We've lost people in the United States that have gone there. More people, I understand, from Britain and the UK and Europe. But they're flocking to Syria and Iraq from all over the globe. And the recruitment campaign is as a result of this social media stuff.
And speaking of social media, there's the stay-at-home terrorist. Reports out now indicating the New York City hatchet attacker was surfing jihadist websites before he attacked those 4 cops. So again, the notion of social media being so critical in this battle comes back into play. You got that, Bernie. You also have now the moving into the new One World Trade Center, that huge building on the side of the Twin Towers. Those two things together, troubling and I guess appealing to stay-at-home jihadists.
Well, listen, a lot of these, there's the stay-at-home, JD, but there's also the homegrown, if you will. We have people that were born in this country that were sent to madrasas abroad. They come back here with this, this ideology of hate that's promoted in some of these madrasas around the world. And they're sitting basically on an explosive mentality, waiting for a call or waiting for a notion from abroad to go out and do something. Then you have the complete psychos like the hatchet guy in New York, or some of the other things we've seen around the country where they're following these jihadists and they take it upon themselves to go out and do something. The problem is the media and the press have been targeted. Our military has been targeted. The social media campaign by ISIS and ISIL has told these people to target those specific areas, and we now are seeing the remnants of that with these guys going out and doing it.
Bernie, how big a target will the new structure, One World Trade Center, be there at the site of the former Twin Towers?
Well, look, whether it's the Freedom Tower or any of the areas around Wall Street, it's always going to be a target because it's the economic capital of the world. It always has been, and it's always been a target. I don't see that being the target it used to. They don't need it. They can do a series of smaller attacks around the country on schools, hospitals, tourist sites, soft targets, and reap the same rewards. If they could take down the Freedom Tower, they would. I think the security measures in place today, plus our intelligence capabilities, I don't think that they can do what they did back in September of 2001.
Bernie, let's take a look overseas now. The International Business Times has a report that an al-Qaeda offshoot, Jabhat al-Nusra, has seized high-power weaponry supplied by the U.S. To moderate Syrian rebels. Does that really empower the jihadists and embolden the attraction of these lone wolves or lone rats domestically?
Well, anytime there's a victory abroad in some capacity like that, or what's perceived as a victory abroad, the guys back here get all jacked up and they want to go out and do something stupid. So yeah, you could have that. The bottom line is one is really having no impact on the other. What happens abroad is, it's basically there, and back here, we still have to worry about these guys no matter what happens over there.
And whatever is going on geopolitically, your background, we just cited your resume, the fact that you were the interim minister of interior of Iraq during the time we were really involved there. You're very familiar with the people, with the places there. How do we take control of the message emanating from that region? Is there something we're going to have to do with the internet, or something we're going to have to do to try to attack their centers there in the Mideast?
You know what, JD, you're always going to have this problem. You have an element of the Muslim religion, and predominantly the Muslim religion is a great religion. They're law-abiding people. They're very religious people, respectable people, but there is an element that believes in the demise of Israel, in the demise of Christianity. And basically, if you're not a Muslim, you deserve to die, and they have the right to kill you. That's their belief. It's always going to be there. This enemy is here to stay. We have to figure out how to fight it and be victorious over it there, and we have to make sure that we stamp it out here where we can.
And on that note, we will leave it there. Bernie Kerik, the former police commissioner, the NYPD, with a resume you know whereof you speak, and we very much appreciate what you had to say today. We look forward to having you back in the not-too-distant future to talk more about some of the challenges that confront us. Bernard Kerik, Skyping in this morning from New Jersey. Now, you heard his rather somber take. What's yours? Why don't you tweet me your comments at Newsmax TV, hashtag America's Forum. There's also newsmaxtv.com/comment. And don't forget Facebook. You'll see my face again in just a little while, but first, this Newsmax Now update.